What's up guys, Shane Starnes here. I just got back from CES and I saw tons of awesome new tech and gadgets. These are a few of my favorites. Let's go ahead and get started. I partnered with Xlean to show you something that's redefining versatility. This is the Xlean TR1. The first thing that grabs your attention is the dual form factor. It's a powerful robot for your daily automated cleaning, but for those times you need manual control, you can attach the handle and it converts into a full upright wet-dry vacuum. It gives you the best of both worlds in one device, but the real story here is the power. This uses their advanced dual motor direct suction system, pushing a massive 17,000 pascal of suction. I watched it handle heavy liquid spills and mixed wet-dry messes like a bowl of cereal and milk without any issue. Because it has double rollers and a 16-way even water spray, there's no smearing and no wiping required. It actually self-cleans the rollers 800 times per minute while it runs, so it's always washing your floor with fresh water. It's also incredibly smart. This features real-time precision AI adaptive cleaning. Using the green laser sensor and camera, it sees the dirt level and adjusts instantly. If it spots a heavy stain, it actually slows down and increases water flow and suction to scrub harder, just like a human would. You could see this in action on the screen behind the Xlean. The screen was showing how the levels were being adjusted based on the mess that was before the robot. This makes cleaning 50% faster and 100% spotless. When it docks, the Omni station takes over. This supports auto water refill and drain, so you can actually hook this into your water line and drain system at home for a totally hands-free experience. Plus, you get 167-degree hot water washing and hot air drying to keep the rollers hygienic. But my favorite feature here is the auto solid liquid separation. The station automatically separates solid waste into a dry bin and liquid into a tank, so you don't have to fish cereal out of dirty water. Plus, it's all bagless. You just empty the dry bin, no disposable bags required, which is way better for the environment. And finally, for a bit of fun, they let me test the wireless remote control. You can literally drive the TR1 like an RC car using a gamepad to target specific spots. I've linked the Xlean TR1 in the description so you can check out this dual form beast for yourself. Next up, I've got to give a huge shout out to Arzen for inviting me to their booth to check out what is easily one of the coolest portable setups that I've seen at the show. They're doing some really unique things with projection this year, specifically for EV owners. The first thing that grabbed my attention when I walked up to the booth was this Tesla Model Y setup. They had the new Arzen Zip Cyber Edition mounted right to the glass roof with a magnetic mount beaming onto a screen designed to fit perfectly between the front and back seats. It's a full road trip cinema experience. You can even mount the screen in the back for camping to watch from outside. It connects directly to the Tesla sound system via Bluetooth, and you can cast games or movies right from your phone. The projector itself is surprisingly tiny, literally 3.3 inches wide, and fits in your pocket, but don't let the size fool you. It's hitting 100 lumens, which is actually really bright for something this small. You get about an hour and a half of battery built in, but with the magnetic battery stand, they're rating it for up to 10 hours of playback. For a more home-focused option, I looked at the EZ-D1R Cube. This is a great option if you want zero hassle. It has Roku built right in, so no dongles are necessary. It's got a clever desktop design with 10 degrees of internal height adjustment and auto keystone, so you can just set it down and it fixes the image geometry for you automatically. Finally, there's the Boom Mini. This is a 1080p portable running Google TV with native Netflix. The focus is incredibly fast, about 3 seconds, thanks to the time-of-flight sensor. And sound by Vibe Bass, Arzen's acoustic technology brings improved sound. But my favorite part, they showed off this Galaxy lens attachment. You snap it on and it turns the projector into a star generator for nighttime ambiance. It's a really cool touch. Between the Tesla integration and that pocket-sized Zip Cyber, Arzen is definitely pushing the boundaries of where we can take a home theater. I'll drop links to all the products featured at the booth down below so you can see the full specs. Next up, I want to show you two of the most disruptive smart locks that I've seen on the show floor. These are both from Locken, the global leader in vein recognition smart locks. First up, we have their perovskite lock, and this one's important because it explains how we got here. When Locken first introduced this technology, it was honestly ahead of its time, And at the time, first generation perovskite struggled with long-term stability and real-world durability. The materials performed incredibly well in labs, but scaling them for everyday environments and mass production was still a challenge. That early lag wasn't a failure, it was groundwork, and that foundation led directly to what you're about to see next. This lock is able to harvest energy from an optical charger that may be sitting across the room, not just sunlight, so the lock doesn't rely on sunlight and it doesn't have to be plugged into a power source. No battery anxiety, no frequent recharging. It was an epic-making step toward a future where smart locks can power themselves. This is the world's first Aura Charge Infinite Endurance smart lock officially certified by Frost & Sullivan, as the latest 4th generation versions, Vino Pro and the V7 Max, achieve Aura charging capability, offering unlimited battery life and eliminating battery anxiety. It addresses user pain points more directly than the 3rd generation perovskite products and no longer relies on sunlight. Locken calls this Aura Charge. The V7 Max is a total breakthrough. It receives stable rapid power wirelessly from up to 4 meters away using an eye-safe optical beam. With dual safety certifications from TÜV Rheinland and SGS, it's completely safe for use in your home, while other locks leave you stuck swapping disposable batteries or relying on inconsistent solar charging. Locken's moving the industry forward. This is the 4th generation of power technology finally eliminating the biggest headache of smart home tech, which is battery anxiety. This is exactly the kind of innovation CES is about, and Locken's clearly defining the next era of smart locks. Next up, I want to take you inside an exclusive panel discussion that I was invited to by Kling AI. They brought together some of the biggest minds in generative video to talk about where filmmaking is heading. It wasn't just theory. We heard from people actually doing the work, like Jason Zada from Secret Level. You probably know them as the studio behind that viral fully AI-generated Coca-Cola Christmas ad. We also heard from Stefan Bugaj, the creator of The Seeker. If you haven't seen it, it's a sci-fi feature film created entirely with generative AI, only using 2 human voice actors. Everything else was totally AI. Hearing these industry leaders break down their workflows was incredibly insightful, but naturally, I wanted to try the tools for myself, so I headed over to the Kling AI booth to test out their latest tech. I was able to type in a simple prompt, and what came back was super impressive. They've launched the all-new Video 2.6 model, and the big leap here is single pass generation. Previously, you had to generate video and audio separately and hope that they matched. Video 2.6 generates the visuals, natural voiceovers, sound effects, and ambient atmosphere all at the same time. It perfectly bridges the gap between sound and vision, making the scene feel alive instantly. The technology here is so advanced that it's really getting hard to tell what was shot with a camera and what was typed into a prompt. Kling AI is moving fast, and I'm excited to see what creators do with this new model. I'll drop a link below so you can try it out for yourself. When talking best of CES, I'm not just looking for gadgets, I'm looking for a vision of the future that really stands out, and at the CHiQ booth, that vision is uniquely adorable. I had lots of fun interacting with the Panda mascots. CHiQ is also partnering with FIS Ski Jumping World Cup and had this massive skiing simulator at the booth, which was a ton of fun. They're defining smart with style by bringing the charm of the Panda right into your smart home. This isn't just a mascot, it's deep integration. Take the AI TV, for example. It features the Xiaobai Panda Assistant and lets you watch live footage of pandas in bamboo forests with one click. The refrigerator uses AI to simulate the humid environment of a panda habitat, keeping greens fresh for up to 7 days. The air conditioner actually uses climate data from the Wolong Nature Reserve to recreate a natural breeze, and the washing machine uses a triple power cycle that mimics the agile movements of panda cubs. It's the perfect bridge between high-tech and nature. If you're here at CES, you have to stop by the CHiQ booth to see it for yourself. If you're watching from home, check the link in the description and follow at chiq.global for more Panda-themed product highlights and the rest of the products featured at the booth. Let me know which appliance fits your style in the comments below. Eufy had a private suite here at CES where they were showing off their new flagship, the Eufy Omni S2. They're promising day one deep cleaning that actually lasts all year long. I wasn't able to run a full cleaning cycle on the floor, but the demos they set up gave me a pretty good look at the engineering inside this thing. First up is the mop. This is the Hydrojet 2.0 self-cleaning roller mop. I watched it in action. The roller actually physically extends and moves left to right to get right up against the edges. They tell me it uses 15 newtons of pressure and has 32 water outlets to really scrub the floor, but the cool part is the self-cleaning. It spins at 240 RPM to constantly scrape the roller clean while it mops, so you aren't just wiping your floor with a dirty wash rag. Now for the vacuuming side, I actually got to pull this out myself. This is the Aero Turbo 2.0 module. It's surprisingly small for how powerful they claim it is. Inside, it's packing multi-cone cyclone technology. Ideally, this tornado-like airflow separates the dust before it hits the filter, which stops clogs and keeps the suction strong over time. Speaking of suction, I actually got to put this to the test. I was able to lift the entire robot just using a handle that was suctioned to the intake. It was surprisingly difficult to remove the handle from the vacuum while it was powered on. That's some serious power. On paper, we're talking about 30,000 pascal of suction and the first and highest 100 air watts in the vacuum robot industry. It definitely felt heavy duty in the hand. They had a display here that was pretty shocking. It had a comparison showing an S2 filter after 365 days next to a competitor's filter after just 30 days. The S2 looked nearly new. The idea is that because the cyclone separates the dust so well, the filter doesn't get clogged, so you don't lose suction power months down the road. Finally, I got to check out the station itself, which generates electrolyzed water automatically to sterilize the floor. Supposedly, this eliminates 99.99% of bacteria. They also had the fragrance packs available, which can be installed into the Omni S2. When the vacuum's cleaning your floor, it makes your room smell pleasant. This is definitely an impressive setup, and I can't wait to try this out at home. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Alright guys, that about wraps it up for my day 2 of coverage. Thanks guys for watching, be blessed, and I'll see you in the next one.